He simply held a ruler to the corner of the wall and was horrified to find that the same wall was more than 30 degrees different in different positions. What's even more amazing is that when a glass of water is poured on a flat surface, it instantly splits into two parts. When Nick realized
what was wrong with the house,
he rushed to find a tape measure. First, he measured the width of the house, then he measured the same spot outside. Surprisingly, the inside of the house was 3 meters wider than the outside. Even the little girl couldn't believe it. It was completely unphysical. The daughter felt a chill and ran back into the house. She put on her clothes and opened the door, but she never came out. Outside the door, Nick was puzzled. He thought his daughter was playing hide and seek with him, but when he opens the door, all he sees is his daughter's clothes. To understand this movie, we have to start from the beginning. Nick is a famous screenwriter whose wife is an actress 18 years younger than he is, and she works with handsome young men. In order to prevent himself from being green, Nick rents a house in a remote area on the internet and moves in the next day with his wife and daughter. At first, the couple was very satisfied with the design and decoration of the house, but Nick suddenly hears a strange noise, but his wife doesn't hear anything. This is the first ambush of the movie. At night, Nick comes downstairs to turn off the lights and go to bed, and the clock reads 10:34. His wife is in bed waiting for Nick to come back to do some exercise, and his daughter is alone in bed playing a hand shadow game. At that moment, a black shadow suddenly appeared on the wall, and the girl was startled, but her father arrived in time. The daughter told Nick that she saw a strange shadow, but Nick did not pay attention to it. When her father left, the shadow flickered again. Nick went from house to house to turn off the lights. But when he came back to the room, he found his wife had fallen asleep. He had no choice but to give up the idea of exercising. However, he did not notice that in the time he went downstairs to turn off the lights, this time the time has passed nearly 5 hours. The next morning, the wife and daughter went to the forest for a walk, and the daughter suddenly asked her mother why the neighbors hated her father. Anna didn't hide the fact that Nick had been married before, but his ex-wife had drowned in the bathtub. Although the coroner ruled her death accidental, the neighbors thought Nick had killed her. Nick was so devastated that he became restless when he was working on his screenplay. Unable to concentrate on his work, he decided to go to the store. But the shopkeeper's words startled him. It turned out that the owner of the villa had mysteriously disappeared from the house before Nick moved in. Before he left, the shopkeeper gave Nick a ruler. In fact, the shopkeeper knew all the secrets of the villa. But Nick hadn't noticed anything unusual about the villa yet, so he didn't take the shopkeeper's words seriously.